Today we're making vegan double stuffed sweet potatoes topped with an incredibly delicious, and did I say stretchy, vegan mozzarella cheese you're gonna love. Hey beautiful people, it's Melissa from Choosing My Health, where I teach you how to easily transition to a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. And today, I'm teaching you how to make an easy and healthy recipe that's bursting with flavor. So we're gonna take sweet potatoes and we're stuffing them not once, but twice. First, with a spicy eggplant taco filling, which you're gonna love. And secondly, with walnut meat, then topped off with a stretchy vegan mozzarella cheese that's super easy to make. And I love this cheese, it's the stuff, because you can top it on your pizza, you can use it in your lasagna. It's just so good. And of course, in these beautiful sweet potatoes. And I like this recipe especially because there are multiple fillings, which means you can use the fillings in different dishes throughout the week. As always, you'll find the steps and the measurements on our blog at choosingmyhealth.com. And I'm gonna make sure that I post the link in the description box. And for now, we're about to dig in. First, we're gonna poke some holes in our freshly washed sweet potato. The holes provide steaming vents for the potatoes so they don't burst. We'll put the potatoes in the oven for 45 minutes at 425 degrees until tender. And while our sweet potatoes are baking, we'll get ready to make our first filling spicy eggplant taco meat. We're going to start preparing our marinade by first chopping one large onion. Onions contain powerful antioxidants that are healing for the body. Red and yellow onions are higher in antioxidants than other types. The yellow onion may contain up to 11 times more antioxidants than the white onion. So whenever possible, I opt for one of these. Next, we'll mince 4 cloves of garlic. We'll go ahead and add these to a bowl. We're gonna add 1 full bell pepper, nicely chopped, into our bowl. Followed by a 1/4 cup of coconut aminos, a 1/2 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of chipotle powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. The smoked paprika gives it a subtle smoky flavor that tastes phenomenal with the chipotle pepper. Sprinkle of thyme. I love to use herbs in food, and whenever possible, I try to use fresh herbs because I love the aromatic flavor. I grow them in my backyard, I grow them in my kitchen, so I have them at the ready. Today, I'm using a little bit more thyme than the recipe calls for because I'm using fresh thyme, as fresh thyme is actually a little less concentrated than dried thyme. A 1/2 teaspoon of mustard powder. Mustard adds both sweetness and bitterness to this dish and provides an unexpected flavor layer I really love. Totally optional, but I think it's gonna enhance the eggplant for you. And lastly, we'll add 1 teaspoon of salt and set the marinade aside while we dice our eggplant. Now, it's important that we dice our eggplant into small cubes so it helps it to absorb the flavor, and so it kind of looks reminiscent to a taco meat filling. While this sits, I'll quickly make this incredibly easy and delicious walnut meat. I have a video for you guys showing y'all the steps, and I'll make sure I link that in this video, along with giving you that link in the description box. And that's it. It literally takes less than 10 minutes to make this incredibly delicious walnut meat. and you can enjoy it in tacos, on top of pizza, in a salad, of course in these sweet potatoes, and it's easy. Who doesn't want something easy to make? Our potatoes are now ready, and we'll set them down to cool while we finish cooking our eggplant that's now done marinating. In a heated pan, we'll add a little bit of water or veggie broth and saute our eggplant, stirring frequently for about 15 minutes. And if it starts to stick, just add a splash more of water and you'll be good. And now for our cheese. So we're gonna start off with adding half a cup of soaked raw cashews to a blender. I soak these overnight, but you can put them in boiled water and let them soak for about 10 minutes. Next, we'll add 1 1/3 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 cup of tapioca starch. Tapioca starch is starch extracted from the cassava root, and it's what gives the cheese that stretch. I got mine from my local grocery store, so you might find it at yours, but just in case, I'll make sure to leave a link for you in the description box for your convenience. Let's blend these ingredients until everything is nice and smooth. We're gonna pour this into a pot on medium heat and stir for a few minutes. The stirring helps us get through the clumps until it becomes thick and stretchy. Once we get the stretch, we're gonna turn it off and immediately remove it from the stove. This cheese has incredible stretch, and whenever I've made it for non-vegans, they've commented about how close to dairy cheese it tastes. It's time to layer our sweet potatoes. First up is our spicy eggplant taco filling. I love to generously load the potatoes and then layer it with the walnut meat crumble. My family loves the walnut taco meat because it has this nice smoky taste, and it honestly looks a lot like beef crumbles. We'll now add our cheese. I find the easiest way to work with it is to add dollops of cheese on top versus pouring straight from the pot since it's so thick. Garnishing these potatoes with some parsley helps these beauties to really shine. Any green herb or finely chopped leafy green can work. These potatoes are delicious with the salad, some cooked veggies, or of course, just even on their own. And you can even double or triple a batch to have at the ready for the week. I hope you enjoy these vegan stuffed sweet potatoes as much as I do. And if you make them, or any of our recipes for that matter, please leave us a comment. It would mean the world to us. Also, if you're interested in more plant-based recipes, I got you, honey. Check out choosingmyhealth.com. I'll leave a link for you in the description box, and there's more on this channel. And if you're new to the plant-based lifestyle, welcome. Check out my freebie packed with nearly 20 years of my tips and tricks for transitioning to the plant-based lifestyle. I've been saying 15 years for the longest, but I just did the math. It's about 20 years. Y'all, that's a long time. Anyways, I got a bunch of tips and tricks for you so you can transition easily to a plant-based lifestyle and thrive. I love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Link to I got tons of tips and tricks for you. So things that That's a long time. I've been on these streets for Check out my freebie packed with nearly 20 years of my, did I just say 20 years? Y'all, it's been a long time. I just did the math. I've been saying 15 years, but y'all, it's been 20 minutes. No, you're making me laugh. You're there in the background, and I'm having a hard time focusing. What are you doing to the time? You're killing my time.